All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing out there? It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday. All right. Monday. Haha. All right. Oh, man. I get a little sad when the markets are closed. Anyway, but it's all good. We need a little rest. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Today's January 31st, 2022. Welcome to Beyond Charts Morning Brew. All right. So, we have a pretty decent week, a lot to dive into. We had a great session yesterday, 2 hours and 30 minutes, a little over. It was amazing, and we dove a little deep into the system and to also certain predicaments that could happen in the nearby future. And I kind of want to discuss that today, as well as giving you some opportunities in the stock market. So let's dive in to see what kind of news is out there. And let's see. All right. So right off the bat, what I'm noticing, if you haven't liked, subscribe, please so do that. Like, subscribe, and let's get that thing going. All right. So right off the bat, what I'm noticing here is, on Barron's this weekend. Again, futures are down 44.07. We were pretty, we were up a little bit. So we're going to see how we open here right now. If we're going to open at 44.07, that puts us at 44.27, just under 25, somewhere in there, which puts us just under the close of Friday. Okay, so can we break through Friday's high? We'll see. All right. Usually what we're going to watch for that 10:15 era, and I'm also going to give you the 4 a.m. hour, what that is right there as well. Now, what are we looking for? The Nasdaq is up, and that should be pretty positive because we do have a big tech week in earnings. So we have a lot of earnings announcement this week. The Dow's down about 0.5%. Now, the main thing we're going to watch is crude oil, guys. Crude oil, and again, it's $87. Okay, so we have to keep an eye on that because if that hits 100. That could be problematic for the markets. Okay, just keep that in mind. This is why all the crude oil stocks are going up. And the other one is the 10-year note, which is TNX, and that's 1.81. Just remember, about 2 weeks ago, we were just under 170, 1.7. The VIX is climbing a little bit, and we're going to kind of set the tone on there. As far as this week, the only thing that stood out, it's a big earnings week. We got Amazon, AMD, Alphabet, Exxon, and all of these other guys announcing earnings. Now, why is it important? Well, a couple of things. Yesterday I demonstrated 2008 when we declined, and I don't have time to do that right now. Maybe I'll do something later. But if you go through 2008, 2001, and just observe the decline from the all-time highs, you'll notice that it didn't happen all at once, okay? And I described that to a T of why is that. So, and you have to kind of just note that we are overextended as I go into the XPX. And let me go into that. I want to cover this real quick because this came out. Beyond Meat gets a double upgrade. Joe Rogan, they're after Joe Rogan right now. Promised to balance things out. Will that hurt Spotify stock? I don't know. We're going to be looking at that. They do announce earnings this week. And there's something here about Reed Hastings. So Reed Hastings is from Netflix, and he just bought a whole bunch of shares of Netflix, which he hasn't done in a long time. So Bill Ackman sees more play in Netflix stock. So Netflix was hammered pretty hard, okay? And I'm going to give you a synopsis on Netflix. So I think that could be a play that I'm noticing something here. But anyway, Reed Hastings, I can't find the article. He bought about $20 million of Netflix. Was it here? Maybe it was here. I read so many newsletters. I don't know which one is where. Anyway, it's somewhere. So anyway, what I wanted to share with you is Netflix, about last November, I believe, they said that they were going to introduce gaming, which that would be a great move. They just haven't done it yet. And the way at that time, it was great news. The market reacted positive to it. But we wanted to know the time frame of when they're going to release that. And at that time, I remember they hired someone. They just hired someone from a gaming company. And the market took that as, okay, well, it's going to take you some time. You're not going to be able to monetize this as fast as you think you can. Okay. Well, maybe they can. So the way I'm looking at it, this is this was the component that so during their earnings call, they said that they're experiencing more competition in the streaming world. Okay, well, if Netflix is ready to release and launch the gaming portion of it, right? And it looks they haven't said it yet. They haven't said it yet. Okay. But I just went back and I said, well, I remember when Netflix did this. And about 2 days ago, Netflix partners with Rocket Ride Games for a mobile games library. Okay, so they are positioning themselves to add gaming into their services, which is a game, no pun intended, it's a game changer because they will be the first ones to actually provide streaming services and gaming all at once. Now, is it good? Don't know, but we like the concept of this because they have the subscribers and they now will be ahead of their competition. Now, that's what I'm saying. Now, what I'm noticing in the price action, you have Bill Ackman buying a ton of Netflix at his lows, and I'm going to go into that. And then you have Reed Hastings, who hasn't been buying Netflix forever. He is one of the heads of Netflix. He's now buying like 20 million shares. He hasn't bought Netflix in a while, right? So you have, let me see if I can find it this way. Reed Hastings, all right, buys Netflix. And this should come up. Reed Hastings buys about $20 million in Hastings amid stock slump, okay? So snap 20 million. He hasn't bought in a long time. So I don't know what that means. I'm just kind of trying to put the pieces together and see if we can get ahead of, or maybe ride this wave up. Good morning, JDH. Good morning, JDH. What's up, my brother? Good morning. Skates, good morning to you too as well, brother. All right, so that's what I'm noticing right there, okay? As far as this week on the news, things you have to worry about is going to be Friday, okay? Change in non-farm payrolls, change in private payrolls, okay? So initial jobless claim, but Friday is going to be the day because this is going to signal to the head, again, no matter what, I thought about this yesterday. No matter what happens, I think they're going to increase interest rates. And I think I just saw something come through the wire about, let me go through here. I saw something happening that they expect now 5 rate increases, and the Fed's talking about 50 basis points. Okay, so either way, I think if these numbers come bad or good, we're going to expect an interest rate hike. I think if they come worse, we'll probably expect it faster and sooner. That's how market's reacting to it. As far as this week, what we got to look for, again, the plays this week are going to be pretty simple, guys. And I'm going to take myself off so you can have a bigger screen on this. Apple saved the market on Friday. Okay, they came out with good earnings. They're the only company that came out and said that supply chain issues, yeah, it's a problem, but they're improving, and they're the only one that whispered that. Okay, and the theory behind this is that you had who announced last week? It was LRCX said that they're sold out for 2 years. They just can't get the chips to make the machines. So if you can't get the supplies, no matter how great your sales are, you can't fulfill the need, and that's a problem, right? Moving forward. So this week is really about, okay, if these companies, and we're going to watch Google, especially Google, right? If Google comes out, and I know we know they have an advertisement cookie thing for advertisement to deal with the iPhone, we're going to come out and see how good their numbers are. Let's say that Google has great numbers, amazing numbers. Does it pop 200 points like it normally does? If it only goes up 50, then that's going to be a clue to us that maybe that's not, it's the market's prepping itself for another rip down, for another major downturn, okay? Another washout. Is it going to happen this week? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. Nothing's possible. But when I show you in the charts, we're looking to see, is this going to be the part of the dead cat bounce, as I demonstrated yesterday in the class, was in 2008, it didn't go straight down. In 2008, we had a period of 2 weeks where good news, buy the dip, news media came out with like, oh, things are looking better. But at the end of the day, the price action dictates that, hey, it was going up, but they were selling into that rip. So we're in that position right now. Are they selling the rip? So you're going to get a lot of news here on these companies. And what we're going to be looking at is we're going to listen to what they say, especially UPS because it's transportation. Google, what's one of the high flyers. They made a lot of money last quarter. And what are they going to say? So what are they going to say? Because if they miss, and I'm not saying they're going to miss, but if they miss, that could put pressure on the markets. So watch for what they say on Tuesday after the close. What else do we have? We have MicroStrategy. You should listen to what they have. They're having audit issues with Bitcoin. Let's see what happens on Tuesday after the close. Again, who else do we have? We have Facebook on Wednesday. You have Spotify on Wednesday after the close. Who else do we have? We have Amazon Thursday. So watch Amazon. That could put pressure on your retail investors. Okay, so we know that they have wage inflation issues. We know they have supply chain issues. They're going into brick and mortar. Do they make money? Yes. And on top of all this, guys, you have to realize that the Bezos, Mrs. and Mrs. X Bezos, I don't know her name, they always sell their shares. They have a lot of shares, so they live off their shares. Every quarter, they sell shares around earnings. So, again, that's what they live off. And, again, Microsoft, Bill Gates did that for years. And that also puts a little strain on Amazon stock, okay? I mean, it kind of stays in range. But watch Amazon of what they say on Thursday. So this week is going to tell us a lot of how the economy is doing, what's going to be the outlook. Remember, future projections is the most important part. If they're going to make money, they're going to miss. Are they going to guide down? Are they guiding up? So all of this is going to be, detrimental into trading for the rest of the quarter. It's also going to set the tone. So what do we see? So the trades here, there might be a possible trade for after earnings, right? And we're going to see, is this thing really, really ripping? We have AMD as well. AMD can move all chips. They can move all the chips. Remember, everything needs chips. There's a chip supply shortage, but we want to see what AMD says because that's going to be crucial to what, the rest of the chips, for the rest of the chips. All right, so let's go into it. Right off the bat, just want to share with you, I moved stuff around. All right, so we have XPX, NDX, and the Russell. Okay, so nothing has changed here, market environment. And again, so what I was talking about, we're at the 200-day moving average. It's going to be very, very hard. 44.34, 44.34, super stupid hard, right? You have 44.54 in the XPX. Can we break through? And all these levels are going to be hard, super, super hard. Okay, you have the 50-day coming up on top. Can we meet the 50-day? But in order to do that, we have to break. MACDs are coming to the end here or closer to the end, but can they cross? Can they cross or are they going to go lower? Again, we have one swing. Well, not really because we went up. Well, so we have one swing here. Could this be setting up? Now, what type of move is going to set for the week? Are we going to go higher? Can we break above these levels? Are we going to go sideways? And what I mean by that is, let me see if I can draw something here. Okay. What type of move are we going to get for the week? Are we going to go sideways, right? Or are we going to climb up a little bit? Or are we going to collapse? Now, right now I'm thinking for the week, we're probably not going to go down, but anything is possible. On the bottom, just realize this, and let's draw this in. This is a big number, big number. This 42.22, that's going to be huge. Okay. I talked about this in class, 42.22. That's where there was a lot of buying pressure. But if that gets taken out, then we're going to drop hard. That is a beast number, guys. So just know that. I don't foresee this and this for this week, especially into a heavy earnings week with tech. I want to hear what they say. But if they miss, and let's see how the market reacts, it might be spooked. But right now, I think that we had a huge sell-off. Right now, we need more. If they were to sell off even more, they need more. They need more supply to liquidate. So right now, it's kind of just hanging in. I think everybody's looking at this to see what happens. If they take it up, then what happens is you're going to hear stories like, hey, this is great, amazing, the economy's doing better. But it's not going to be better until we hit above the 50-day moving average. That's how we know. That's how we know if the economy is getting better. Because right now, we're trading below the 50. We're trading below the 200-day moving average. And the MACDs haven't turned yet. Okay, so be careful out there. I'm thinking bearish to the put side still. I'm not thinking calls at this moment or long-term exposure to any equities at this time. NASDAQ working his way lower. Again, same type of deal here, same as the NDX coming to the end. Again, below the 200-day moving average and below the 50-day. There's a lot of headwinds here. The first headwind is 14,650, and then we have 15,000, okay? Next one is going to be 15,822. It's coming to the end, so let's see what happens here. I'm going to see how these pops, how high does it go, because maybe the market is setting up for the next wash out. Okay? So I'm noticing another major washout. I just don't know when is it going to happen. So prepare yourself for that event. Okay, Russell, much weaker coming to the end. And again, same type of scenario. You know, I feel like it needs to go out. So the beast number on the NDX is going to be this 13,727. 13,727. On the Russell, it's going to be 1901. 1901. Okay, so we could trade in these ranges, guys, for this week. But again, I think it's just going to be at the mercy of how high are they going to take it up. Okay, so on the XPX for the week, last week, our range, if you notice these boxes, what we're looking at, we're on the left, you're looking at the hourly charts. On the right, you're looking at the 15-minute time frame. You notice that the boxes for the week, and the boxes are the ranges for the week, the inside boxes are the ranges for the day. We notice that the boxes are going lower, lower, lower. Again, so if you follow Nicholas Darvas theory, pretty simple to identify which way the trend is going, or are they liquidating or are they accumulating? Right now, it just seems like liquidation. And again, within this realm, I mean, obviously they're going to buy it up because, they have to, when they buy it up or they prop it up, they need to have supply to liquidate. Okay, so this is why the market goes up. So now we broke the 50-day moving average for the first time since this day right here, which was January 12th. Can we get through big level at 44.54? And I told you right now that the where are we? Barron's, we are at 44.16. So we're improving a little bit. So 44.16 will put us at 44.26, which puts us just below where we close at 44.30. Okay, so when we open, you're going to watch at 10.15. 10.15 is going to be a pivot point for a reversal. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking for. If you watch an SPY, just eliminate a number. So it'll be 443. Again, if you're doing SPY, it's just 445. 446. Okay, it's just that's the way it is. So we're going to be watching for that. MACD's on the hourly looks like it wants to go. Let's see there. 15-minute time frame, we're pretty far away. We're going to open right in there. Ideally, what I would like to see it pull back a little bit, come down to the 15-minute time frame, and let's see for a proper setup. The MACD's a little bit too far up. Where it opens, let's see what happens. You got 44.54, pretty strong. Okay, 44.54, pretty strong. And then next level above that, you have a couple levels up here, 44.93. And then you have this up here on 45.98. Can it get up there this week? So those are the levels for the week, guys. So just giving you heads up, write those things down. On the bottom, you're going to have, 43.08. 43.08 right in there, 43.09, and then you have this 42.22. Okay, so those are the levels for the week. As far as the VIX is declining a little bit. So again, if all last week we're pretty high up, we were in the range of 39 and 26. So if we break below this 26 level, then the market's going to climb a little bit to those other levels. Okay, so it's pretty simple, easy. However, if we start breaking above, and again, this is the high of this morning, I'm just going to put the alert there. and we start breaking these alerts on the high, then we're probably going to decline. Now, 33, we're probably going to decline to another level. And if we start breaking these, we're probably going to head lower to that 42.22. So again, watch that. And today's going to reveal everything. It's going to reveal the tone for the week on the VIX. And we're going to see. But right now, fear looks like it's dying down a little bit. So let's see. Treasury notes, it's hanging steady. These things don't move, but this is short term. They moved a little bit. It looks like it's going to hang out here. Let the market adjust to being here. So that's a positive. We don't want it to go up above 1.87. Okay, so that's going to be the next level up to give us an alert. I'm going to cover Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin, it looks like it's reacting to the market. A lot of levels up here. I was hoping it can get above 38,000 or 39,000. Didn't do it this weekend. MACDs look better, but not really a real direction. Let it base. Let's see what happens. If it can take that out, it might be an opportunity. A lot of headwinds on Bitcoin, 43.90, and then you got the 50 at 43.784. Okay, on the bottom, you have 33,000. That's a big, big number. If it takes that out, it's probably going to go to 29. Pretty simple on Bitcoin. MicroStrategy announces, so watch Bitcoin. If it starts climbing, this is going to climb. If this decline, this is going to decline. Pretty simple. Ethereum, easy. 2740 on top. At the bottom, you have 2158. 2158. Okay, those are the levels for Ethereum. Pretty simple. Okay, it's in that range. Again, if it starts breaking through, then we're probably going to stay in this range, probably at the 50, wherever the 50 days is going to meet, and watch that. Look for the MACDs. This looks promising. Nothing to really be excited about, but it's promising. As far as what we're looking at for the plays for today, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Write it in the comment. But for the plays for today, let me get rid of that. Yeah. For the plays for today, this is what we're looking at. The XPX, we want it to come back down. Okay, 44.31 was the level I gave you on Friday. It hit it to the T. Let it come back down. NASDAQ, let it come back down. Russell, let it come back down. Google can run. I mean, I'm going to show you Google, and I'm going to show you Netflix. But Google first. Google, because Google has earnings. Now, think about Google. You have to remember, if Google comes out with good earnings, now I'm going to probably set this up for a lotto play. But Google, this is the hourly, the trading. Google's right at that 200-day moving average. Keep note of that 26.76. If you're going to play Google, you have to know that level. That is pretty strong on Google. 26.76. Notice like it's right there. Pre-market, it's selling off. It's a pretty hard level on Google. If Google can take that out, then it's probably going to go to this 27.58 and probably the 50-day moving average. Okay, it's been sold off pretty hard, so just know the numbers on Google. It has earnings. Now, Google is too far away right here on the hourlies. It broke out on Friday, so that was a nice little breakout trade on Google. Now, as far as the 15-minute time frame, let me see if I can do that. So for you, 15-minute time frame, Google needs to pull back a little bit. Okay, let it pull back. It has that number it hit. If it can pull back, hit the 50-day, that might be an entry for play on Google into earnings. It's too far up away right now. But this is Google on Friday, and this is what I talked about in the class. When you get the plays on the hourlies and the 15-minute time frame, this is a go, right? This is a go, and that's why Google ran. It ran, and that was a great lotto play. So just keep that in mind. Remember these plays because these happens over and over and over again. Now, Google, let it come back down. Let's see what happens there. Now, the thing about Google, it could run into earnings. We're going to watch it. Are they going to take it up into earnings? That could be a tell. Now, here's the thing. If Google comes out with good earnings, just know this. Google can run 200 points. It can run 100 to 200 points on earnings, and then they usually run it up for 2 days. Okay, and it'll run. All right. Now, the thing about Google also is that a week after it sells off about 100 points. Okay, just from the excitement, that's what I've noticed on Google. So watch that on Google. Let's cover Netflix because Netflix, we're here already. As far as Netflix, Netflix, this is the daily charts on Netflix. Let's look at the daily. So Netflix, like I said, been sold off pretty hard. When we look at Netflix, from the highs to the lows, I mean, we're looking at this thing. It dropped about 50% of its value, right? So again, and they're buying it. They're buying it. So again, coming to the end, let's see if this thing could take out. Key level on Netflix is 409. Is running up pre-market right now, 409. So pre-market, we're at 397 right there. But 409 is key. If it can take that out, it's probably going to fill this gap of 507. So you have about a 100-point move here if it's real. But 409 is a key level. Watch the MACDs here. On the 15-minute time frame, and I'm going to switch this to hourlies real quick. Hourlies, okay, pre-market, it just happened, or it happened overnight. That was a pre-market entry. It's taking out this 395. Okay, so again, you have this level 409, 410, 416 can really get it going. All right, so let's see. On the 15-minute time frame, pretty far up. Let it pull back a little bit, right? Let's see if it can pull back. And then we can set up a trade for an upside if this is real, right? And again, this is all about if we're noticing that gaming information, if that gaming news is on, it's in the horizon. It hasn't been out yet. They haven't announced anything. So if they come out and say that they're ready to launch their gaming, I think Netflix could be a play to the upside just by the players that are involved in Netflix. So again, they announced gaming. They haven't done anything about it. The market was like, well, how long is it going to take you? 2 years, 3 years? Forget it. But if they're ready to announce that now, that could be a move on Netflix. Okay, so watch it, let it come back up. Right now, pre-market, you're looking at 398. That's a pre-market. It's pretty hard. Let it come back. Can it come back to 388? 398 to 388, and you got 409 on top. Okay, so again, a lot of buyers on Netflix. That's why we wanted to spend a little extra time on Netflix. As far as what else do we have here? Again, Amazon's running to 28.93 pre-market. Looks like it's going to be selling off a little bit. So watch it at that 28.40. Tesla. I don't think Tesla's going to move for a little bit. It's probably going to chill for the next 4 to 5 weeks as far as it's going to stay in a range, So again, ISRG is moving, pre-market, So this one got sold off pretty hard as well. So ISRG, again, sold off pretty hard. These guys do medical sales, and they do a really good job of it. Coming to the end, again, 281 to see if it gets better. Can we fill that gap of 292? Pre-market's moving. Let it pull back. Let it pull back. Okay, so again, everything's moving, but I'm not noticing, is it real? Okay, are they gonna? So again, we're still in these are pretty much in bear territory, guys. So like this was a collapse here. Are they going to prop it up and then take it back down? Don't know, but it is moving up a little bit. Okay, so just be careful out there. All right, so let's look here. Land research moving a little bit. So in order for us to know, you have to look at the chips today. Okay, real simple. I think real simple. If NVIDIA, let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's at 232. NVIDIA has 244. Okay, so 244, which is right up here. Well, 240 as 240, right? 240 right in here. So right in this level right here, which is not a number, but you're going to have to look at 240, and then you're going to look at 248 right in there. If it can take that out, then NVIDIA is probably going to go to about 244. It can probably go to 272. Okay, that's an NVIDIA. If this is real, you're going to see that they're going to take up the chips. Okay, because they need the chips. That's the main one that they're going to invest in. Chips are going to go. Which ones are you going to be looking at? You're going to be looking at AMD, NVIDIA, and Avgo. Okay, those are the ones you're going to be looking at if this is real. And what I mean real is that if they feel very enthusiastic about the market, they're going to invest in the things that everybody needs, which is chips. So watch NVIDIA, watch Avgo, and watch AMD for this week. Those are the three that we're going to be watching. Okay. Right now, Apple too. Apple can go. So Apple 170 and Shopify 870. It got hammered. So everything's pretty much hammered. Are they going to take it up here? Netflix, right? You give it the levels on Netflix. So again, everything's going sideways. You just want to make sure that you watch Goldman Sachs as well. If Goldman could take out 350. So let me just give you the levels here real quick. LRCX 563. If it can take that out pretty far away from the 50-day moving average, let it pull back. Would it come out to 553? Too far to chase. Goldman Sachs pulling back. Let's see how it reacts to that 342. Can go to 350 or it can go to 333. Netflix, let it pull back. Too far away. Let's see how it reacts around 390. Roku running. Okay, let it pull back. Watch it, see how it reacts to that 150, 152. Running too far. NVIDIA pulling back. See how it reacts to that 227 and set it up properly. Mercado Libre running pre-market. Probably with Netflix. Let's see how it reacts. Let it pull back. Apple running. Okay, let it pull back to around that 170. Shopify pulling back. It's probably going to pull back to around that 860. Okay. What else do I got? I got this one here. Trade Desk. Now, Trade Desk is going to move on Google's earnings. They do guys do advertisement sales. Let it pull back to 62. Affirm, not trusting Affirm, but it's gone up a little bit. To get it going to 61. Let me see. Do I see anything possible? Coinbase. Maybe Coinbase. Let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase. Dailies. Sold off pretty hard. Trying to run. Maybe Coinbase. If Coinbase can bounce here and take out pre-market at 178, it's probably got 182 and then 184 and then probably 198. Okay, those are the levels on Coinbase. Okay, so watch it. On the downside, if it reverses, you have 165. Okay, that's Coinbase. What else do we have? Let's go to spiders. As far as the chips, I'm not noticing anything moving. As far as on my other screen, let me see. Maybe MU and Roblex. Okay, on spiders, 50-minute time frame, too far up. We're moving again. 440. We're hitting those levels. Let it pull back. It's probably going to pull back to this level here. 436, and then what happens at 1015? Maybe that's a reversal point there. So again, we're pretty far up. All right, guys, this is it. Not really, the main thing today is just chill, sit on your hands, wait for the proper setups. Guys. That's really it's come down to it. I think things are going to go up a little bit. How far up are they going to go this week? Don't know. Just pay attention. I'm sensing a washout again. So again, what I mean by that, it's, if we go up, it'll be temporary. That's my feeling on this. I'm getting a lot of, 2008 kind of memories a little bit and price patterns and the way it's acting. So that's what I'm noticing. Again, not doom and gloom, but again, we're going to set up our trades properly right now. And that's it. All right. So stay tuned on TradingView. I'll go there at 12 o'clock and share any updates that I see. But basically, I gave you the levels for the week. And that's all we got, guys. Go out there, go get it. Stay green. Remember, don't chase, let it base. If you guys have any questions, let me know right now. I'll keep it on for about another 30 seconds because there's a delay here. All right, guys. If not, then we are going to say, see you later, guys. I'll see you at lunch. Take care. Stay green. All right. Take care.